Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Y'all, I am here with a very strange dream, okay? I'm not sure if I'm going to post this after the other video, like the other message that this dream this never mind. Anyways, I don't know if it's going to come before or after, but anyways, this dream, y'all, was like I think I was napping for a couple hours, and the dream was so extensive. It was so real. It felt like I was in a whole different world, and it was very it took a while for me to actually like tackle it, like for me to actually come to understanding with this dream, y'all. And as you can see, I'm not recording, I'm not doing this voiceover over a video of me in a Savage shirt. But anyways, let's get into it. In this dream, I woke up and I realized immediately I did not know what was going on. Okay. In my notes, I said I don't know anything about anybody in my life, but it was deeper than that. It's like I woke up and I had no idea where I was. I had no idea who I was with. I had no idea about anything going on in my life. I wake up in the bed with my husband, and I looked at him and I was like, who is this? What is going on here? I immediately got up and just took off. Like I literally just took off. I ghosted him. Okay. I got up and left in a dash. Okay. After I leave, I realized it's not that I wasn't attracted to him. I even put a note of that I felt like he was handsome, but I had no idea who he was. Okay. After I leave, I'm like interacting with people on the way to be trying to go to a familiar place. Okay. And they know me, but I felt like I had no idea who they were. I felt like I did not know them. And I was like, who is this person? And who are you? And what? And they knew me as a friend. Okay. And as I'm looking at them, I was like, I would not hang out. Who is this person? Okay. Anywho, I end up around my family members. And when I get to my family members, I realize I don't relate to them. And it's like I knew of them. I knew who they were. I had an idea that they were my family. But as I was sitting there getting to know them, I was like, how am I related? How do I know y'all like that? How? And I would be real and say in the dream, they felt likewise. Because it's kind of like they were looking at me like, how are we related to you? And I was looking at them like, how am I related to you? Like, moving on. I start, I move on to finding someone that I do know, okay? So I find someone that I recognize. And not only did I recognize this person in a physical, like in the physical point of view, but I recognize them on a spiritual level, on a personal level. Like this was like the only person in this dream that I not only knew them from memory, like I knew who they were, but I knew them spiritually. I knew who they were. And I started talking to them about what's going on. And I'm like, yo, what's going on around me? And I started telling them about my day and how everything was going. And they tell me, that is your husband that you woke up with, okay? You've been married to them for such and such amount of time. And you tripping. Like they were basically telling me that I was tripping. And then they further tell me like they didn't really want to spend too much time with me because this the husband is dangerous and it's not gonna play. Like it would not take likely or kindly to me just dipping off and what happened. Okay. So they then tell me you should go and see your mom. Okay. And I go to see my mom and I realize that I haven't been spending as much time with her. Okay. And that my father, okay, I put father in parentheses because in this dream, my father and my mother were together. And then after a while of being awake, I realized that the father in the dream is God. Okay. So my father is judging me for not coming around much and not spending as much time with my mom. And in this dream, she seemed like she was upset with me. But the visit ended up being cut short by my husband, who popped up, okay, and has been frantically looking for me all over, knocking over rocks, knocking down doors, okay. And I tell him everything in a I have a heart-to-heart conversation with him, and he is in complete shock. He is appalled and he is heartbroken, okay. So it's kind of like he was trying to relate to what I was going through, but at the same time, he was not finding understanding. He kind of got upset. He got upset and he left, like, after I told him what happened, okay? So I end up going to the grocery store to get something for my mom. And while I'm there, I end up seeing some friends, okay? When I see them, they act as if they're excited to see me. They quickly rushed over to say hi to me and all of this. And I realized while I'm talking to them that me and these people have nothing in common. Like, I realized that I don't relate to them at all. Like, I don't even, it's kind of like in this dream, I was basically feeling as though I was like somebody else. Like, I don't even know how to explain this, y'all. I felt like I had woke up and I was living somebody else's life. And I was like, what kind of friend do this girl got going on? And who in the world is she married to? And why is she not around her family like this? What is going on? Okay. And when I see these friends in the grocery store, I am basically being very observant of them. Okay. I observe the fact that they are very fake. Okay. Not only do I realize that I have nothing in common with them, I also realized that they did not only did they not like me as in who I was in the dream, but they didn't like the me that I was before I woke up with this epiphany. Okay. And I end up telling them that I'm at the store doing something with my mom, and they find that weird. And it's kind of like they were expecting me to drop what I was doing and go and hang out with them and do whatever it is they wanted to do. And they get upset. And when I leave, I'm in a realization that they, like I said, not only do they dislike me, they dislike whoever I used to be as well. Okay. So I end up finding my husband after I get back from the grocery store, give whatever I went to go get to my mom. And then I end up finding my husband. And I tell him that I feel bad that I didn't remember anything. But I am interested in him, and I would like to get to know him as we begin to learn each other, okay? And I wanted to basically like have a start over, like start dating and getting to know each other, because it was kind of like a shock to me. And as we're learning each other and we're getting to know each other again, I start to see things from a different perspective. Just how when I was in a grocery store, I saw my friends, but when I started talking to them, I realized not only did they not like me because of who I had turned in, who I was now, okay? And, I'm realizing as I'm going over this that this could be for somebody that you have been completely, you've been saved. Okay, God saved you, and because God saved you, you are not the same person anymore. Okay, but like I said, it's kind of like I realized that they didn't like me for who I was now, which will be completely understandable. But I also realized that at the same time, they didn't like who I used to be either. They felt some kind of way about who I was at first as well. And as I am spending time with my husband, I start to realize that people around him are using him, and he is actually different. Okay. So it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain this, but it's kind of like I realized that at first I took off because I didn't know what was going on, and I was confused. And then after I started to get to know him, I started to realize that he's actually nothing like the person that I did recognize that came to me and started talking to me about what was going on. And this could simply, like, this literally could be a representative of Christ, but this person was basically talking to me about him. And, I was kind of like nervous, like, what in the world? Like I said, I was like, what did I have going on? Who are these? Who? I'm married to somebody that's dangerous. I have friends that are trying to backstab me, that's trying to stab me in the back and, turning on me. They don't even really like me. I don't really even know my family like that. What is going on? And who is this person that I am? Okay. That's the dream, y'all. Y'all, this dream completely had me in complete shock and appallment. Let me get a scripture. The scripture comes from Hosea 2:4. I will not show my love to her children because they are the children of adultery. Their mother has been unfaithful and has conceived them in disgrace. She said, I will go after my lovers who give me my food and my water, my wool and my linen, my olive oil and my drink. Therefore, I will block her path with thorn bushes. I will wall her in so she cannot find her way. She will chase after her lovers, but not catch them. She will look for them, but not find them. Then she will say, I will go back to my husband as at first, for then I was better off than now. She has not acknowledged that I was the one who gave her the grain, the new wine, and oil, who lavished on her the silver and gold, which they used for Baal. Therefore, I will take away my grain when it ripens, and my new wine when it is ready. I will take back my wool and my linen, intended to cover her naked body. So now I will expose her lewdness before the eyes of her lovers. No one will take her out of my hands. I will stop all her celebrations, her yearly festivals, her new moons, her Sabbath days, all her appointed festivals. I will ruin her vines and her fig trees, which she said were her pay from her lovers. I will make them a thicket, and wild animals will devour them. I will punish her for the days she burned incense to the Baal. She decked herself with rings and jewelry and went after her lovers, but me she forgot, declares the Lord. Therefore, I am going to allure her. I will lead her into the wilderness and speak tenderly to her. Therefore, I will give her back her vineyards and will make the valley of Archer a door of hope. There she will respond as the days of her youth, as in the day she came out of Egypt. And that day, declares the Lord, you will call me my husband. You will no longer call me my master. I will remove the names of the Baals from her lips. No longer will their names be invoked. In that day, I will make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, the birds in the sky, and the creatures that move along the ground. Bow and sword and battle I will abolish from the land, so that all may lie down in safety. I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you in righteousness and justice, in love and compassion. I will betroth you in faithfulness, and you will acknowledge the Lord. In that day I will respond, declares the Lord. I will respond to the skies, and they will respond to the earth. And the earth will respond to the grain, and the new wine, and the olive oil, and they will respond to Jezreel. I will plant her for myself in the land. I will show my love to the one I called, not my loved one. I will say to those called not my people, you are my people, and they will say, you are my God. Okay, so here's the message. It's what I said, okay? At the beginning, when I was going over the dream, and I said this is reminiscent of someone after being saved, okay? So whoever this is for, you were saved. And once you were saved, your eyes were open to the things going on around you, and it scared you. It shook you. You were shook. It shook you. It shook you. Because when we are living a life of sin, even if, like it wasn't from the surface, it didn't look like a sinful life. Because, in the dream, I was married. I was trying, and me and my husband, we had our own thing going on, but I couldn't see whatever he had going on. I couldn't see the things that he had going on around me. I couldn't see the things my friends had going on. I was not able to see certain aspects of my life that I was able to see once I was saved. And God is saying that you were saved instantly. This is not something that took a long time. God touched you and opened your eyes to everything going on around you. And it scared you. It terrified you. But God said he loves you. And he like you are someone that he has been so connected to. Your relationship with God is so close. It's like y'all are so close to each other. And God did not want you to fall short the way you were falling short. And you could not see that you were falling short. Because from the surface, like I said, it looked like you were not living a sinful life. From the surface, you could not see certain things going on around you. So God touched you so that you would see these things. And once he touched you, you realized a lot of the things that you had going on in your life, you couldn't even see it. You couldn't even see it. You couldn't even see it. You were dealing with a lot of people that you really didn't even know. You had no idea their true intentions. You had no idea who they truly were. You had no idea what they really had going on behind closed doors. You were it was like you were living in La La Land. And once God touched you, you realized and you opened your eyes and you were in shock. You were in shock. And just like in this dream, after I woke up, I instantly got up. I didn't ask any questions. I left. I got up out of there and I was like searching. God is saying that he did this on purpose because he wants you to come and search for him. And, like I said, the familiar person that was in my dream, I believe it's Christ coming to me like, yes, yeah. Like, and it doesn't mean that it's not meant for you to be with this person, whoever this spouse is. And it don't mean, it don't mean that God is just trying to disturb your life completely. It's intended for everybody to be saved. But you were asleep. And God had to wake you up. You were asleep to what was going on around you. You did not see the things going on around you. But now that you up, you can easily help other people be saved. But, just like I said, at the end of the dream, I realized once I, came to knowing and started to actually get to know my spouse that it wasn't the way that I thought, and it's like, sometimes God will tell us that someone is dangerous. And, as somebody that used to live by life of sorry, just because somebody is dangerous don't mean that they are a danger to you. Okay. Don't judge me, y'all. But like, I just feel like, and you can take it how because it could be a situation where this person really do care about you and they would never do anything to hurt you, not you. Okay. Or it could be a situation where God is protecting you. So even if they were to try to, they could not hurt you. Take it. You know what I'm saying? Take it how it fits. You know what I'm saying? Test the spirit. But God is saying that in this, like, God had to wake you up. And by him waking you up, you are able to save other people around you. You are able to realize things that you have been doing that were not right. You are able to realize things that you have been doing that are, it's to wake you up to not only what you were doing, but also to the things that you were involved in unknowingly. Things that you were accepting unknowingly. There were things going on that you may have not even realized were going on. You were asleep to these things. And it could easily be a situation where God allowed you to not see these things so that you would be able to save people. Because, and it doesn't mean everybody is going to be able to be saved. Because just like when I was in a grocery store and I saw certain friends, I realized not only did they not like me before I was saved, but they did not like me while I was saved. And these were people that were not going to want to be saved. They didn't want to be saved. They had no interest in being saved, and they were never going to, like, there are some people that are just not going to want to be saved. They will fight you about this, and you will see through them and realize that they literally, not only will they fight you, but they will try to take you down with them. And those are the kind of people you got to dust your feet off and keep going. But God is saying that does not mean that everybody in that situation, everybody that is there, everybody you interact with, it's impossible for them to be saved. Because there are some people that truly do have the desire to be saved if you would take out the time, effort, and energy to save them. And if you would allow God to do what he do. Because God works miracles every day. Just like the miracle he worked in you. Okay, God said he allowed this to happen so you could see his power. Because this is for somebody that on the surface, it looked like nothing was wrong. And then you woke up one day and saw everything was upside down. You ain't know what was going on. You was confused. You woke up in shock and appallment. God said it's okay. Let him use you. And that's the message. Like, that is the message, And like I said, y'all, I woke up from this dream and I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. 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 Baby, I was like, whoa. And this message, and that's the message, y'all. Like, I really cannot stretch this on, And I just feel like if you are looking for some kind of instruction from God, God is saying go with the flow. Just like at the end of the dream, it wasn't a situation where God was rushing me to do anything. I was just taking little bitty steps. I took a step of going to do a favor for my mom. I took a step of going on a date with my husband. I took a step of doing, like, God is saying take little bitty steps. This is not something to where you just gonna be able to wake up one day and realize everything is upside down and then wake up the next day and you fixed everything. It's okay. Everything is fine. It is better for you to take tiny steps getting everything to where it's supposed to be than for you to allow things to be flipped back upside down so that you can feel at ease or so that you can feel calmness. I just feel like God is saying he is not allowing you. He is not going to allow you to feel comfortable living a lie anymore. You will no longer feel comfortable in the position that you were in. And, like, every time I would meet somebody or I would see somebody that would try to talk to me about what I had going on, they would be like, what are you doing? Why are you here? What's going on? Because to everybody else, it seemed like my life was so perfect. And it seemed like, everything was so good. And they were like, why, what's going on? And it was kind of well known that my husband was looking for me. It was kind of well known that we were together and we were like, and it was just confusing. And God is saying, it's okay. It is better to take little bitty steps to get everything back on track than to try to rush into everything. And that's the message. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.